I'm Ralph. I'm at Guitar Center today to talk to you about the Dexibell VIVO S7 piano. Dexibell is an Italian company. We focus on making the best keyboards. We do everything in Italy, so everything is developed, researched, and made, assembled in Italy. So let me start with the acoustic grand piano sound at this moment. We are on a 48 kilohertz, 24-bit sampling, and our sample length is 15 seconds. So let me just hit one bass note. And the 15 seconds of sampling length gives you the advantage that the harmonics and overtones will stay alive, rather than going into a loop where everything freezes. You have to imagine this would be like having a movie, and the last picture is only one frame, and then you go with a Ken Burns effect, which gives kind of a sterile feeling. So we are staying in a very vivid sound with this instrument. Also, we captured all the parts, all the sound components in the piano, such as a hammer noise, which I can access here and crank up a little bit. The key off noise, which you can hear now. The damper pedal noise, which is of course dynamic. And the string resonances, meaning, let me just do this, silent note. Now you can hear the harmonics in the sound. The other way around, silent note. And all these sound components are constantly calculated while you play. So I created a patch that I call Head Inside the Piano. Now you feel like you would be very close to the mechanical parts of your piano. Also in terms of resonances, this is what we call staccato resonance. And it's done by samples. It's not a DSP thing. So everything is taken and derived from the real acoustic grand piano. After hearing the grand piano sound, I'd like to go over to the upright piano sound, which is a completely different sample, completely different approach. All the components such as hammer noises and resonances this time have been taken from the upright piano. Also, we have the possibility of filtering down the sound. Let me do that with the modulation wheel. And I can also do that with the expression pedal to keep my hands and my fingers playing. From the upright piano, I'd like to take you to a sound that we call the pop grand, which is a grand piano sound that has been tuned by our piano technician to sound a little bit more crisp. So he made the hammers a little bit more hard before we recorded the actual sample. Also, I'm able to layer sounds, so I can bring in a synth pad sound with my expression pedal. I can filter down the layered synth sound with the modulation wheel. It's all about expressiveness. Bring it in again. So you can create a very, very strong and dynamic sound and a very beautiful atmosphere with this instrument. Of course, we have also a more classical sound approach. This is what we call the classical grand. And the ivory feel keyboard gives you the perfect tactile sense to play on this instrument. The next sound I'd like to show to you is our Honky Tonk sound. And during our sampling recording session, we had the piano tuner stay with us for several weeks. So he could tune and create the sound in a perfect way, because our philosophy is to tune and create the sound in the original instrument and then record it. So we don't have to use any DSP to make detuning or honky tonk effect or something like that. So it's a real honky tonk sound that you're listening to. The next sound I would like to show to you is a pipe organ sound. We have fantastic pipe organ sounds in this instrument. And I layered a choir, which I can blend in with the expression pedal. And there's going to be a split point. And on the left side of the split point, I will have a church bell. This church bell sound is not originally in our instrument, but it can be loaded into the instrument. So we can import Dexibell format sounds, of course, but also sound font SF2 sounds. So there is already thousands of sounds available in the internet for having put into our beautiful instrument. Now we're moving it to the section of electric pianos. I would like to start off with a Wurlitzer sound. And also in this section of electric pianos, we have managed to capture all the noise components, such as hammer noise, key off noise, damper noise. But this time is a typical damper noise of a Wurlitzer piano, of course. Also, we have, of course, wonderful DSP effects, such as tremolo, overdrive, and you can change these effects in real time on the left section of this instrument. Next one is going to be the Clavinet sound. And this time again, I'm going to use the expression pedal. For making the wah-wah. And again, we captured all the noises that happen inside the clavinet. Coming from the clavinet, I'd like to take you to the famous FM sound of the 80s. I can fade in the orchestra sound with the expression pedal. And of course, all our instruments feature seamless patch change. So I'm going to change the patch now to an acoustic piano sound. Changing back to the FM sound. Also, in our instruments, you don't have to worry about polyphony problems. We have 320 oscillators running all the time, and you can basically literally do what you want to, and it's not cutting out any notes, as you can hear right now. I'm still holding the orchestral sound, and I can do all crazy stuff there and not losing any notes. Again, seamless patch change, this time to an electric grand sound. And last but not least, our dyno stage sound. Our T2L True to Live engine allows you to have access again to all the components and parts of the sound. So in this case, I'd like to increase the bell part of the sound. So now I have connected my iPad to the S7, and I opened the VIVO Editor in the iPad, and I'd like to give you a short overview what this is doing for you. So basically all the functions you can access of course, inside the instrument using these knobs. But if you like to see them on a bigger screen or on a touch screen, here is the app for the iPad. So if I change anything here, you can correspond to that. It's changing here as well. And if I do vice versa, it's going to be the same thing. So this time I just have a split sound. Left side is a dyno Rhodes. So I go here to left side, you see dyno stage. I have all the functions, all the features. Right side is the acoustic grand sound. And this time I also have a multi-tap delay. In the mixing section, you can see all the effect slots. So here is my delay. Here would be my chorus for the left part. We have a copy-paste function, meaning so if you want to copy the settings of one effect slot into another, you just push copy, and then you go to your destination and you say paste, and off you go. So very easy to operate this thing. Then also we have the controls, meaning all the switches, the knobs, the damper pedal, the expression pedal, and the S7 also is a MIDI master keyboard. So we have 4 zones that are fully programmable, split points, MIDI data is going to be sent, and in the end we also have the memory section where you can write the patches that you created. Everything you can do inside or on the iPad. Now on the iPad I have launched another app that is native Dexibell, which we call Xmure. And Xmure features several accompaniment patterns. The cool thing is they are not MIDI data, they are audio data, and still you are able to change the chords of the accompaniment in real time. So let's do that. If you'd like to have a stage piano with internal speakers, we have our sister keyboard, the VIVO P7, which comes with the same great sound engine, but just with internal speakers. I love this instrument very much because of the quality of sound, because of the selection of sound, because of its usability, and also because of its lightweight. Fantastic instrument to be touring around with. Have a go and try one by yourself at one of the select Guitar Center stores, or visit us at guitarcenter.com.